Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've put together some of my must-have items from MAC that I feel are so suitable for women with deeper skin tones. And when I say deeper skin tones, I'm talking about NW45 and up. I am a woman with a deeper skin tone, obviously, and sometimes I have issues finding makeup products that suit my skin tone. And I don't mean that, some brands don't make products for women with my skin tone, but it's hard for me to find like one company that has things from foundation all the way down to lipstick that I just love. MAC is probably the only company where I have everything from foundation all the way down to lipstick that I feel like I absolutely need. So I've put together these items and I wanted to share them with you all today because sometimes I know women with similar skin tones to me will ask me questions about my makeup and where I find things because it is somewhat hard. So this video is not going to include brushes and primers, that type of stuff. It's really only things that pertain to my skin tone. So foundation, lipsticks, highlighters, eyeshadows, that kind of stuff. So I hope that you guys find this video helpful. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask me right down below, but let's go on ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start off by mentioning the products in the order that I would apply them to my face. I'm going to start off with foundation. Now I will say that I normally do not wear MAC foundation, but this is the only MAC foundation that I have in my collection. And this is the Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. It's in the color NW55. Before I found my favorite foundation of all time, which is the Revlon Colorstay foundation, I would wear MAC foundation. I do feel like it's somewhat heavy for me for every day, which is why I wear the Revlon foundation if I normally wear makeup. But this is my favorite MAC foundation. I've been wearing MAC foundation since probably college. I really wasn't wearing too much makeup in high school, but if you're looking for a really good foundation, I do think that MAC has an amazing array of color selections for women of color. I have oily skin. I do feel like MAC tends to show up really oily on me, which is another reason why I don't wear it often. But if I had to pick a MAC foundation, it would be this one, which once again is the Studio Fix Fluid. Sticking with foundation, I'm going to move into powder. This is my favorite powder ever, okay, of any brand, and it is the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish. This is in the color Dark Deep. I have two of them. This is the newer packaging one. It comes with a mirror inside, and this is the older one. I picked these up from cosmetic company outlet stores. Basically, they're like outlet stores for makeup where you can get items that are either discontinued or where stores had too many of a product. They'll send them to the outlet store and they'll mark them down, which is great for me and you. So I picked this up recently, probably about 3 weeks ago at the cosmetics company outlet store. It was only $22.50. I believe that these are closer to like 30 now, 32, something like that, but it's the exact same. It's the same thing inside. It's the same thing. This one just has a mirror and it has different packaging. Girl, I don't need that mirror for $22.50. I'm gonna get the one without. But the Mineralized Skin Finishes basically try to give you a more natural finish. So whenever I wear any foundation, I put this over top, and I'm absolutely in love with the Mineralized Skin Finish. I love this, and if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on it, I would absolutely recommend that you pick up a Mineralized Skin Finish. It is amazing, especially if you have oily skin. I really love these powders. They have a very sleek and just skin-like finish, and they're just gorgeous. Just get some, okay? The next product I want to talk about is another product that I picked up from the cosmetic company outlet store, and this is the Studio Tech foundation. This is in the color NW55, and it doesn't look like the same NW55 that I just picked up for the Studio Fix Plus Fluid. This actually looks much darker. I use this to contour with, so it's like a cream base. It's not a powder, but I will use like a contour brush or a buffing brush and just tap that in there, which is why it has that kind of crater in there, and just use it just to contour around my face. And I pick up a color that's just darker than my actual skin tone to contour with, and this is the only thing that I contour with now. I've really been loving it, and because I got it for a cheaper price, because I got it from the outlet store, I'm really happy with it. So if you've been looking for something to contour with, that's one of the hardest things for me to find, is something to contour with, because most of the time my foundation color in makeup lines is already the darkest, if not the second to last darkest color. So anything beyond that I just can't find, and this has worked out really well for me. So I would absolutely recommend that you try this. Once again, it's the Studio Tech foundation, and this is in the color NW55. So just pick up a color that's darker than your skin tone and try that to use for your contour. I'm going to move on to highlighters now. The first one that I want to mention has actually been discontinued, and I really didn't know if I should share it or not, but it is so bomb that I feel like I have to share it because it is an absolute must-have. If you can find it on eBay or online somewhere, get it. Like, get it. I'm talking about this. It is the MAC Golden Bronze. It's like a loose powder. Girl, let me tell you something. Okay, so mine flipped upside down, so a lot of the powder is actually in the top of the container, but this is what it looks like. I still have the little paper over the sifter, but this stuff looks like if you had like a brick of gold and they crushed it down to make up, it would be this. It's just so absolutely beautiful. I bought this a while back, a couple years ago perhaps, but it's going to last me forever because there's so much in here, so much product. And I did just check eBay, and there are a few listed. Some of them are like really high, but there's some that you can bid on, and if you can, you know, get you one, then you really should. But I love this. This is my absolute favorite highlighter. But because it is discontinued, I do have 2 more highlighters to share with you all that are still available at MAC right now. So those 2 highlighters are these, and this one is in the color Gold Deposit, and this one is in the color Soft and Gentle. So Gold Deposit is a little bit more similar to what that golden bronze color looks like. Just look at it. It's so freaking pretty. And the other color is Soft and Gentle. It's much lighter than the Gold Deposit. It's not something that you can't be heavy-handed with it. I'll just say that because you'll be looking like Casper. Those are the 3 highlighters that I have from MAC, and I would recommend that you guys definitely check out Gold Deposit if you're looking for something more gold. And if you like something on the lighter side, you can try the Soft and Gentle. But if you can get your hands on that loose powder, get it. So now I'm going to move on to eyes, and I want to start off with eyeshadows. But first, before we do the eyeshadows, I want to talk about the eyeshadow primers that I use from MAC. And these are 2 of the paint pots. One is in the color Painterly and one is in the color Indian Wood. Indian Wood is a much more gold color, and Painterly is like a softer, nudish kind of color. I do use Painterly more often than I use the other one. I'll just take an eyeshadow brush and just put this down as a base. What these do is they help your eyeshadow stick and last a lot longer. And also if you have like dark circles around your eyes or any type of discoloration in your skin, it's really good to mute that color out before you put the eyeshadows on top so that the actual color of the eyeshadow shows its true color. And this is the color of Indian Wood. Like I said, it's much more gold. It's a little bit older. I've had this one for a while. So anytime that I'm wearing an actual gold eyeshadow, I'll put this underneath it just to make that gold pop. But I wouldn't use this just for like any other colors because it's so gold that it's just going to cancel out whatever else you put on top of it. So next we're going to talk about eyeshadows. There are a lot of companies out there that have amazing eyeshadows for much cheaper than MAC, but since we're talking about MAC, I'm talking about MAC. This is the only MAC eyeshadow palette that I've purchased that already has the colors in it, and I talked about this a few months ago. This is the Warm Neutral palette. It has 15 different eyeshadow colors in it. If you are a woman of color and you need a good palette and you want to make an investment, I would recommend this one. I think this costs $80, but you get 15 shadows. I mean, if you were to purchase them individually, it would be over $100. So I'm in love with this. I think it has some of the most amazing colors in there for my skin tone. I'm a very neutral eyeshadow person. I don't really do a lot of colors because I ain't out here trying to look like Krusty the Clown. I would definitely recommend that you going in the store and swatching them. I don't know if they still have them, but if they do, I would recommend getting this too. Moving on to blush, I've depotted all of my MAC blushes because I back to MAC the containers. So if you turn in, I think it's 6 empty MAC containers, you'll get like a free lipstick. I think if you go to an actual MAC store, you can get a gloss or an eyeshadow. I'm not sure, don't quote me, but keep all of your empty MAC containers and you can take them back for free stuff. But this is my favorite blush from MAC, and it's the color Fever. I love this color. I pretty much wear it year round all the time. It is amazing. MAC has some of the most prettiest blushes ever, and I go in there and I swatch. I buy a lot of blushes from MAC, but since I'm talking about my must-have items, I just wanted to pick out the one that I feel like, you know, I absolutely need this blush. And this is the one. It looks pretty small because it's not in the pot, but they actually are pretty good size. So if you haven't tried any of the MAC blushes, definitely go in there, swatch them, pick some out for your skin tone, but Fever is definitely one of my favorites. I forgot to mention my concealers previously. I want to talk about the Pro Longwear Concealer and the Studio Finish Concealer. Both of these are in the color NW45. I use the Pro Longwear for my under eye concealer, and I use the Studio Finish Concealer to sculpt my eyebrows. These are my 2 favorite concealers. These are the only concealers that I use for those purposes. The Pro Longwear Concealer is absolutely amazing for under eye concealing. I have purchased maybe like 10 of these over time, and I mean, I can't see myself going to any other company for concealer. So if you're looking for a great color selection of concealers and you have not tried the matte concealers yet, highly recommend them. Like, my favorites from any company in the world, in the universe. Amazing, these right here. I forgot to mention my eyebrow pencil as well. I use the color Spiked when I purchase eyebrow pencils from MAC. This isn't necessarily the one that I use every single day. I've been using my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil more often. And this also isn't necessarily dependent on your skin tone. It's more so about your hair color. But I do think MAC's eyebrow pencils are also really good. So I just wanted to mention this as well. We're almost done. So the last products we're going to talk about are lip products, which are my absolute favorites. I have a few lipsticks that I pulled. I have an entire MAC lipstick collection, and it would have taken all day for me to talk about all of them. So I've just pulled some of my absolute favorites to talk to you guys about. I also have some complimentary lip liners that I would recommend, and I just have one gloss. I really don't purchase gloss like that. I'm not a big gloss wearer. If you can't tell, I have pretty big lips, and I don't really want to, you know, give y'all shine all day. But I want to go ahead and start off with my favorite lipstick of all time, ever in the history of the world, and it is Exclusive Event by MAC. Y'all already know this is my favorite nude. This is the only nude that I will just continue to repurchase as long as I can find it. This lipstick came out in the December or the holiday collection from 2013. It is no longer available for purchase in store. I had to find mine online, and if you can't tell, like, this lipstick is almost completely gone, and I was so scared because this is the second one of these I purchased, and when I started getting down to the bottom, I started getting like really scared to use it. But because God is a way maker, okay, look at that. I found another one for an amazing price, so I am good to go through 2016, and I'm so happy about it. Oh my God, like, this color is amazing. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is the color I have on my lips right now, and I always pair this color with Chestnut Lip Liner by MAC. Chestnut Liner is a staple in my collection. I wear it almost every single day, mainly because I'm wearing this lipstick every day, but it is a brown color. Mine is very old, and you can tell that it's been through the pits, but it's back and it's still good. And if you are a brown girl, I would absolutely recommend you having this in your collection because it just pairs so well with nude lipsticks. Like, any nude I wear, I pretty much put on chestnut with it unless it's a little too brown. But this is an amazing lip liner, and MAC has some amazing lip liners in general. And if I want to wear a gloss over top of my Exclusive Event and I'm not wearing my NYX Ginger Snap, I'll put on MAC Spice. I don't reach for this very often, mainly because I don't want to run out of it. These are more pricey than, of course, a drugstore lip gloss. And I really feel like for a lip gloss, I can get something that's cheaper because I just don't wear them that often. But if I were to recommend a gloss from MAC for that lipstick, it would be this one, and it's Spice. I want to talk about two of my very favorite, very deep purple lipsticks. One is in the color Instigator and one is in the color Cyber. This is Instigator and this is Cyber. They do look somewhat similar when you look at them side by side, and I'll swatch them for you guys so that you can see them. And these I pretty much will wear with Night Moth Lip Liner by MAC, which is a very deep purple color. So if you're looking for those type of deep purple colors, especially for the fall and winter, I would recommend grabbing both or either or. An absolute must-have, I think, for any woman who loves red lipstick is Ruby Woo. Don't talk about mine, y'all, because I left it in the car and it melted, so it just looks straight foolish. I'm gonna get another one eventually, but I ain't gonna pay for it. I'm gonna wait till I get enough containers to back to MAC it. But this is what mine looks like, y'all. It's a mess. But this is an amazingly red, popping red color. It's not like an everyday red, but it's like if you're trying to go out and get you a man, this is the red that you need to have on. So Ruby Woo is not even just beautiful on deep skin tones, it's beautiful on everybody. I've never seen Ruby Woo not look good on someone. So if you don't have it, you need it. Like, you absolutely need Ruby Woo. A must-have color I think that you need if you're my skin tone or deeper is Flat Out Fabulous. It's a very hot pink, and I pair that with the magenta liner from MAC. I know it is very bright, but it is so beautiful on my skin tone, and I just love it. Every time I wear it, people are asking me what color is it, where did I get it from? Flat Out Fabulous by MAC. Try it if you haven't. Go in the store and swatch it. It is absolutely amazing. If you want a red that's not giving them too much red, like Ruby Woo, but it's something that you can wear more so to work or church or something like that, I would recommend Diva. This is more of a like a brownish red color, and I love this red. I wear it very often, and I always pair it with Burgundy Lip Liner by MAC. These two work really well together, so I would recommend this one as well if you want more of an everyday red. So that's it for this video. I hope that you guys found this interesting or somewhat helpful. If you have recommendations for me, please leave them down below, but please don't leave too many, y'all, because I'm trying to save, and I'm just not financing MAC products like that right now, but I'm always open to recommendations. And I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Is in the color Spiked. Okay. So the last, okay. Mocha. I don't remember. Wait. Thighs are sweaty. I can't even open this. Oh, I didn't even talk about blush. Seriously? When he popped up out of that, what he came out of, whatever that thing he came out of, you be looking like him when he came out of that thing. So just do you like a neutral face and a popping lip, girl? You be in there. Just feel, okay.